Assalamualaikum. My name is Umi Atira binti Yusri. My metric number is 267000. Today we are going to talk about religious and cultural celebration in Malaysia. The official religion of Malaysia is Islam and is practiced by the majority of Malays and a portion of the Indian community. Under the constitution, other races are free to profess and practice any religion in an atmosphere of acceptance and tolerance. Some of the other main religions include Buddhism, Hinduism, Sikhism, and Christianity. Because of this multicultural heritage, many religious festivals are also public holidays and are celebrated nationwide regardless of race or belief. At first, it's about Indian culture and religions such as Thaipusam and Deepavali. Thaipusam is one of the most colorful Hindu festivals in Malaysia. Although a religious festival, its guilty sometimes remind one of the Mardi Gras in Rio de Janeiro. It is said that on this day the stars, Pusan and Brihaspati are united into one. The Hindus believe that by celebrating Thaipusam, they are cleansed from all sins and that their sins can be redeemed in many ways. Thaipusam is celebrated in honor of Lord Muruga, a popular Hindu deity. Since the traditional abode of Lord Muruga is the hill, the celebration is held in hilly areas. The festival is celebrated on a grand scale at Batu Cave in Selangor or the Waterfall Temple in Penang. Before the actual day, Hindus taking part in the ceremony prepare themselves by fasting, dieting on certain food and maintaining self-discipline. Next is Deepavali festival. For the Hindus, Deepavali or the festival of light signifies the triumph of good over evil. Homes of Hindus are lit with light to signify the victory over darkness. Also, colorful rice paintings known as kolam are made in the fronts of each home to bring prosperity and success. These paintings are made with color rice in various designs and decorated with candles and small lamps. On the eve of Deepavali, prayers are held both at home and in the temple. Traditional Hindus start the day by having an oil bath before sunrise, praying at home and burning incense before going to the temple. A show of respect to the elder members of the family is followed by open house for relatives and friends, where a wide variety of delicious traditional Indian dishes are served.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Siti Nurfatihah binti Yahya and my matrix number is 266356. Okay, now I will talk about a few of Malay's festival and celebrations. The official religion of Malaysia is Islam and is practiced by the majority of Malays. Okay, the first celebration is Hari Raya Aidilfitri. So Hari Raya Aidilfitri is the most joyful of Muslim celebrations celebrated after Ramadan, which is the fasting month. Okay, this is a time when Muslims working in major towns and city make an exodus for their kampung or village. Okay, special prayers are held in mosque and it is a season when Muslims ask for forgiveness from their family members and friends. Okay, there's plenty of house visit and fasting that will happen during the month-long celebrations. Okay, Malaysians have these great traditions called open house, a warm showing of what is known as Malaysian hospitality. Okay, doors are open to friends and family to come together and celebrate. There's usually plenty of traditional Malaysian foods and desserts to be had. During this time, many citizens will also be able to meet the King and Queen of Malaysia personally at their royal open house. This is your chance to shake hands with them as well as take pictures and go at the Istana Negara, the royal place, which is the official residence of the king. Okay. do drop it as well to the Prime Minister's official abode at Sri Perdana in Jalan Damansara. But please be warned, the queue would stretch for miles, but it is an experience not to be missed. Okay, just remember to wish them Selamat Hari Raya and enjoy the glorious feast prepared for this celebration. Dress code for those who wish to pay their respects to the kings and the prime minister is either formal, smart casual, or long-sleeve batik. Okay. The next celebrations is Hari Raya Aidil Adha, or better known as Hari Raya Haji, is actually the most significant religious celebrations for Muslims. It marks the end of the annual pilgrimage or Hajj to the holy city of Mecca. One of the 5 pillars of Muslims are asked to perform at least once in their lifetime. Hari Raya Aidil Adha is based on the concept of sacrifice, and it is during these occasions that Muslims all over the world are encouraged by their religion to slaughter cattle, sheep, or goats as a token sacrifice symbolic of bigger sacrifice. They are asked to uphold the sanctity of their religion. Sacrifice of cattle or goats are made to commemorate Prophet Abraham's test of faith by God when he has asked to sacrifice his son. Okay, the meat from the sacrifice is distributed to the poor and needy. Okay, special prayers or sermons are held at mosques in conjunction with the occasions. Unlike Hari Raya Aidil Fitri, Aidil Adha is marked by the holding of open house, but is more of a solemn religious occasion. But like Hari Raya Aidil Fitri, most Muslims make it a point to return to their hometown for the celebrations.
My name is Noriza binti Azmi. My metric number 266195. I will tell another ethnic in Malaysia, which is Chinese. Malaysia Chinese or Chinese Malaysians are a local ethnic group in Malaysia. The group is defined as Malaysian citizens of Chinese ethnicity. Today, they form for the second largest ethnic group after the Malay majority, constituting 23% of the Malaysian population. Most are descendants of Southern Chinese immigrants who arrived in Malaysia between the early 19th century and the mid-20th century. The sub-ethnic group of Malaysian Chinese includes Hokkien, Cantonese, Hakka, Teochew, Hainan, Fuzhou, and Guangxi. Malaysian Chinese also form the second largest community of overseas Chinese in the world after Thai Chinese. Malaysians are traditionally dominant in the business sector of the Malaysian economy. Different towns and cities in Malaysia are placed by different Chinese dialects among Chinese speakers. For example, Cantonese in Kuala Lumpur, Ipoh and Sandakan, Hokkien in Georgetown, Klang and Kuching, Hakka in Kota Kinabalu, Teochew in Johor Bahru, Fuzhou in Cebu, Miri in Setiawan, and Hainan in Kuala Terengganu. But Mandarin is now widely used as a working language or lingua franca among the different Chinese ethnic and younger generations. There are few festivals have been celebrated by this ethnic. First is Chinese New Year. This is a major cultural festival in the Chinese community. During this time, it is not uncommon to see almost all Chinese businesses closed for several days, even in malls. The festival begins with a reunion dinner on New Year's Eve that is traditionally attended by every member of the family. The Lunar New Year is the time when spirits are appeased and offerings are made to the god. During the joyous occasion, No member of a Chinese household is allowed to clean the house, as spring cleaning is done during the last 7 days of the old year. Brooms are stored away, as the Chinese believe that sweeping the floor during the New Year will mean sweeping away the good luck from the household. The Chinese New Year celebration lasts for 15 days, beginning from the first day of the Chinese lunar calendar. A visit to the temple to seek the blessing of the god of prosperity and giving of ampao or red packet containing money by parents to the children or among relatives and well-wishers are also the order of the day. This practice, coupled with the giving away of mandarin oranges, is intended as a symbol of prosperity and good luck for the recipients. Open houses are also held during this happy celebration with lion dance performances as well. The second festival for Chinese is the Hungry Crows and Mid-Autumn Festival in Malaysia. The event, also known as the Mid-Autumn Festival, is celebrated on 15 days of the 8th moon in August or September with colorful lantern processions and the partaking of mooncake. The festival took hold and became popular during the early Tang Dynasty in China some 1,500 years ago. Associated with a time of harvest and preparation for colder months, the Mid-Autumn Festival is also strongly linked to the legend of Hari, a mythical young archer, and Chang'e, a beautiful young girl, and the moon goddess of immortality. There are many different versions of the tale, but most involve the myth of the 10 sons and the legend that once a year, on the night of the Mid-Autumn Festival, Hoya visits his beloved Chang'e on the moon, which is why the moon is so bright and beautiful on this night. The Mooncake Festival is not marked officially with a public holiday, but is nevertheless always observed and celebrated, with many Chinese run business closing for the day.